Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of This Is My Offer, where we highlight unique partner offerings powered by AWS. My name is Peter Atanasovski, and I'm a Principal Partner Development Specialist for AWS. And I'm pleased to be joined today by James Balzary, CEO of TilliT, who offer a no-code, low-code digital platform for manufacturers, large and small. Welcome, James. And can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and TilliT and what you do?
Hi, I'm James Balzary, CEO and co-founder of TilliT, and I'm here to share with you today how we're driving digital transformation in the manufacturing sector with a software platform enabled by AI and IoT. And we specialize really in turning complex manufacturing processes into streamlined digital operations that not only save time and resources, but also empower the workers with real-time data and insights.
Great. Thanks for that overview, James. Now, digital transformation is a common term we hear used in nearly every business sector today. In the industrial segment, we're seeing more and more companies embarking on that digital transformation journey. Now, you speak to a lot of customers, work with a lot of customers. Can you share some of your insights as to why companies are and should be going down that path?
Yeah, it's a good question. And digital transformation often gets, I suppose, confused as far as how people define it. But the way we define digital transformation, it really represents a strategic shift towards not just data-driven, but information-rich decision-making, which are driving towards delivering operational efficiencies or business improvement outcomes. And it ideally allows companies to adapt to market changes rapidly. So it's really a strategy to make information the core of your business. And it is this process that represents the journey of digital transformation. So leveraging data from every aspect of the supply chain, improving decision-making, reducing waste, enhancing product quality through greater visibility and control. They're the types of things that we would classify as typical manufacturing digital transformation.
Great. Yeah, great summary. And hear the same thing, and great to hear that, digital transformation ultimately has been underpinned by, business drivers and benefits that can be gained through digitization. But we, often hear that customers, can be overwhelmed or intimidated by such transformation initiatives. It can be complex and disruptive, in particular for industrial companies. So where should these companies focus first in order to maximize the value, accelerate outcomes, and ultimately see success from their endeavors?
Yeah, look, I really think it depends. If you're a small player or even a large player, the areas that we would suggest that you start this journey are where you're going to have a direct impact on the things that matter and make money for you, whether that's improving product quality, improving asset efficiency. It could be digitizing production lines, implementing real-time asset monitoring, improving or removing paper from the organization around a quality function. So really it's about prioritizing and moving towards the integration of systems depending on the departmental need, and focusing on the things such as bottlenecks, which highlight effectively inefficiencies in your process or in your operations. And do that in a fairly agile, lightweight way to de-risk the types of transformations that we advocate for.
Yeah, very useful tips on where customers can get started. And I also frequently hear that some of those same use cases as common pain points and common areas where customers like to focus first. Now, TilliT have a lot of experience here, and you have helped many manufacturers go fully paperless and digital. So what does that look like for your customers?
Yeah, look, it's really moving towards and delivering a redefinition of the manufacturing floor by integrating all of the operational data in their business into a single accessible platform. So this transition to a paperless environment, it's not only streamlining processes, but it's delivering sort of insights and a level of control that has previously been really difficult to achieve. So the key focus for TilliT and how we do this is we break down departmental silos and barriers that traditionally exist in manufacturers, and we really try to orchestrate the people, the products, the equipment, and importantly, the processes of how we manufacture things So that when you walk out into a TilliT factory, you're really seeing operators, supervisors, team leaders, laboratory workers, maintenance people, working in a single pane of glass in a very similar and consistent pattern to undertake the tasks and activities that they need to do to manufacture something. And that includes, very tight integration, coupling, and coordination with equipment, because the majority of manufacturing in the world still has people, and individuals and humans will be involved in manufacturing for decades to come, certainly in many sectors. So really, it's about bringing the equipment and the people together in a single unified platform, working towards a common goal.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love that holistic approach, bringing together, like you said, people, machines, processes together, because they're all actually part of the entire kind of process and the entire kind of production and manufacturing journey.
Yeah.
Now, so that our viewers can see the TilliT solution in action, are you able to walk us through a brief demo?
Yeah, sure. I can certainly show, but given it's a fairly broad platform, I mean, TilliT would be classified in a couple of key traditional software definition categories. That would be manufacturing execution, quality management system, even some content management, advanced planning and scheduling, and supply chain. So really the core capabilities in TilliT fit into a few key areas. The TilliT platform begins at the planning and scheduling process. So what you see in front of you is, what you would expect from a typical graphical schedule for a manufacturing operation. In this example, it is a beverage bottling factory, and we have 3 lines here. And what we're seeing here is a pre-created production schedule, detailed production schedule, where production orders are allocated against production lines, in this example, or assets. We can see the current time where I am today here in Australia at 8:13 in the morning, and we're executing this production schedule in the sequence that the scheduler has defined. And this module of TilliT represents the beginning of the journey in the day of the life of a production order, which is really what we're executing in TilliT. And scheduling production orders has all sorts of knowledge that goes into that process. What's an efficient schedule look like? The different colors you see on the screen here represent an attribute of the product, such as the color or the liquid content in the bottle. And you can see that the scheduler has naturally grouped, in this example, wine colors together for efficiency. But we do have an order that's effectively out of sequence here, because there's a changeover between this order here and the next one. And that may represent an inefficiency. So as a scheduler, I might choose to say, look, it's better if I bring this white wine order back closer to the other white wine order, because it produces an efficiency gain where I remove changeovers and I get a natural grouping and a better schedule. We also have AI optimization, which can assist the scheduler automatically to generate a schedule. And once I do that as a scheduler in TilliT, I'm then able to choose if I want to push this schedule down to the shop floor, down to the bottling and packaging lines in this demo example, so that the operators can go and execute that. And the second module of TilliT is effectively about execution of production orders against those packaging lines or bottling lines in this demo. But the second module of TilliT is really delivering, I suppose, real-time insights, such as what are my lines and assets doing right now? What order are we producing? How fast are we running? Are we ahead or behind our target according to the schedule? And I might want to drill into, in this example, line 1, which you just saw change from a running state to a stopped state. So line 1 has an issue, and I can drill down and see what are the issues that I actually have on the equipment on line 1. We've got a depalletizer, a filler, and a palletizer. We can see the palletizer still running. It's been running 15 minutes, but the filler and the depal stopped because there's some interlinkage between these two, and there's been an issue that needs to be resolved. So from a team leader or supervisor or ops manager perspective, this view might be relevant. But if I'm an operator, generally I'm assigned to a station. Let's say I'm a filler operator, and TilliT is enabling this operator to execute all of the tasks and activities they need to do around the sequenced production orders. So here is the current order running for this operator. I'm going to switch to the station view so that we simplify the view for the operator. I'll collapse the sidebar, and I might want to switch to dark mode because I prefer to look at things in dark mode. This tab here is the current order running on the filler. We can see how well we're running. It's OEE in real time. And you can see here that there's a list of tasks and activities that are being asked of this operator to carry out their day-to-day job effectively. So TilliT is an event-based, task-centric application that takes in the tribal knowledge of how manufacturers produce things and then utilizes a workflow which defines the manufacturing process. That is the process for this particular product on this particular piece of equipment or asset. And it's driving a production process according to events which happen, such as order ready. We do a pre-start check. Then a supervisor gets an approval to start notification. We start the order, and then every 30 or 60 minutes, or according to your rules, activities are issued to operators to do. And an activity for an operator might be a simple form which replaces the paper-based forms. It's a digital form that is claimed by operators, and they're asked to enter or capture information, which is the context around this particular check. It's a weight check, and we're checking the weight of a bottle against the specification for this bottle type for this product. I'm then weighing a full bottle to check if we're in spec for the fill of each bottle, until it's making some calculations to make the job easier for the operator as far as calculating an average fill. I submit this task, and that task disappears. When I do that, I'm presented with another task to do. In this example, it's a lab sample request. So really, all the operators need to do in TilliT is monitor the activities that are open, which are driven by the workflow and events occurring on the shop floor, and answer the questions that are being asked of them according to the manufacturing process. And then the outcome of that is an incredible amount of visibility. So if you want to understand how the activities are being undertaken in your facility, we render the status, which really represents process adherence in your factory. We can show the typical production report output, including conformance to expected processes such as changeover. What's my real-time OEE utilizing APQ roll-up and the KPI of OEE. And I can drill in and see individual content or individual information about this particular asset, which might be important for me to understand. What's the run rate been, or what's the timeline look like for this production run or this production order. We can also build dashboards very easily using drag and drop methodology. We put TV screens out on the shop floor, which render, when things are running well or when they're not running well. And we have advanced analytics, which delivers a very comprehensive drag and drop and drill down, slice and dice, query and analysis type business intelligence. So that was, a really quick overview of, I guess, the look and feel and the end-to-end process for TilliT. What I didn't show that is inherent in TilliT is the full-fledged MES capability, including track and trace, OEE, knowledge management and SOPs, paperless quality, barcode scanning and printing, label verification, image recognition type capabilities. So, but for a quick demo, I suppose that's generally where we would stop the process.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that, James. I mean, you've really built a ton of capability into your product, and you can clearly see how TilliT really helps digitize every aspect of that production process, all the way from beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Now, so once your solution is actually deployed, what are the typical outcomes that your customers have achieved? and results that they've achieved with your solution?
Yeah, our customers really do receive significant operational improvements. And the types of things that we generally see improved are perhaps a reduction in the number of downtime events or downtime activities that happen to an asset, rolling up to an OEE or overall equipment effectiveness improvement of anywhere between 10, 15, 20, and 30%, just through the real-time validation, verification, tracking, and monitoring of asset-based activity and events. Certainly, efficiency gains around quality processes, data entry, improvements in visibility. And one of the key benefits that we are seeing, which is very, very relevant now, is the improvement in operator training time. So given the high numbers and the high degree of turnover in the global manufacturing industry now, it takes a really long time to skill up an operator in all of the rules and the processes and the ways of manufacturing things. And because TilliT effectively captures domain and tribal knowledge and embeds it in a platform that orchestrates equipment, people, process, and product together, we can reduce the training time for an operator by more than 80%. So you could effectively have an operator fully functional, not having to remember all of the crazy rules and tribal knowledge of each product on each machine in a fraction of the time. And that equals real dollars and cents for the global manufacturing industry. So beyond the numbers, it's a shift to a paperless operation. It enhances workplace satisfaction. The new generation or next generation of manufacturing worker are digital natives, and it's not appropriate for a manufacturing operator to put their mobile phone in a cabinet, walk out to a shop floor and pick up a clipboard and start writing things on a piece of paper. So we all need to do better in terms of attracting and innovating with platforms like TilliT in a traditional manufacturing type of industry.
Yeah, immense benefits, and I love that quote there. We need to do better, and I think we can do better. We have the tools to do better, and your solution is clear evidence of that. Now, for viewers that want to learn more about the TilliT solution and how it can be applied in their organization, how should they get started and engage with you?
Yeah, there's a range of mechanisms to engage with TilliT. For those interested in exploring what TilliT can do for their operations, our solution is listed on AWS Marketplace. So make it really easy to explore and to procure. And of course, you can visit our website that we'll share and contact our team for a personalized consultation as to how we engage. Our engagement model is very lightweight, and we de-risk fairly complicated technology implementations through an iterative approach to delivering business value. So we can effectively engage remotely and globally, deliver our technology enabled by IoT or in connectivity and connection to existing automation systems. It's a cloud SaaS application, so it's used on a subscription basis, monthly or annually. And importantly, given its low-code, no-code nature that you referenced at the start, Peter, this is a platform that manufacturers can implement themselves. More than 50% of our customers have deployed TilliT inside their business without any external consultant, systems integrator, or IT organization engaged at all. So the shift towards low-code, no-code platforms, particularly the way that TilliT models businesses, is resonating very strongly, de-risking projects and delivering business outcomes much faster.
Fantastic. Well, that was excellent, James. Really informative session. I'm glad we had this conversation, and I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for your partnership and continued collaboration in helping our customers. And also thank you to our viewers for listening to another episode of This Is My Offer.
Thanks, Peter. It's been a great partnership with AWS, and given we utilize your technology extensively to deliver what we do, we couldn't do it without you. So we really appreciate that.